Millions of Protestants around the world are making an unthinkable decision. They're leaving their traditions behind and stepping into the Catholic Church. Why? What is it about Catholicism that draws them in? Is it the doctrine, the sacraments, or the connection to Christian history? Today, we're uncovering the top Protestant groups with the highest number of conversions to Catholicism and the real reasons behind these surprising shifts. At number 5 on our list are the Baptists, one of the largest Protestant denominations in the world, with over 100 million members globally. Baptists are known for their strong emphasis on personal faith, believers' baptism, and the autonomy of individual congregations. However, despite these defining characteristics, a growing number of Baptists have been drawn to the rich historical and sacramental traditions of the Catholic Church. In the United States, where Baptists form one of the most prominent Christian communities, a noticeable trend of conversions to Catholicism has emerged. Many of these converts point to the Catholic Church's deep connection to early Christianity and its apostolic succession as key factors in their decision. The reverence for the Eucharist, believed by Catholics to be the true body and blood of Christ, is often a profound spiritual draw for those seeking a more sacramental form of worship. Among the most well-known converts is Dr. Scott Hahn, a former Presbyterian minister whose journey into Catholicism has resonated with many Baptists, making a similar transition. Another notable example is Marcus Grody, a former Baptist pastor who founded the Coming Home Network, an organization dedicated to helping Protestant clergy and lay people explore the Catholic faith. Even in the heart of the American South, long considered a stronghold of Baptist tradition, there are growing communities of former Baptists who have embraced Catholicism. Many of them speak of discovering a deeper sense of historical continuity and doctrinal unity within the Catholic Church, something they felt was lacking in their previous faith experience. While Baptists and Catholics may differ in their worship styles, the Church's ancient roots, sacramental life, and global unity continue to draw many into the Catholic faith, offering them a home they never expected, but one they ultimately came to embrace. At number 4 on our list are the Pentecostal and Charismatic movements, renowned for their energetic worship, deep reliance on the Holy Spirit, and powerful spiritual experiences, such as speaking in tongues and miraculous healings. With over 600 million adherents worldwide, these movements represent some of the fastest-growing branches of Christianity. Yet despite their dynamic spirituality, some Pentecostals and Charismatics find themselves longing for something more, a deeper connection to historical Christianity. In countries like Brazil, where Pentecostalism has an enormous following, a noticeable number of believers have been drawn to Catholicism. For many former Pentecostals, the sacramental life of the Catholic Church, especially the Eucharist, stands out as the ultimate encounter with Christ's real presence. This hunger for a deeper sacramental experience has led many to explore the Catholic faith. The Catholic Charismatic Renewal movement, which emerged in the 1960s, has also played a significant role in bridging the gap. By incorporating charismatic elements like prayer in the Spirit and healing services within a Catholic framework, this movement has made the transition to Catholicism feel natural for many Pentecostals. One striking example is Father Marcelo Rossi, a Brazilian Catholic priest and former fitness instructor whose ministry has profoundly influenced the charismatic renewal. Through his powerful preaching and worship, he has drawn thousands of Pentecostals into the Catholic Church, seamlessly blending charismatic spirituality with Catholic tradition. Meanwhile, in Africa, another stronghold of Pentecostal growth, there are also stories of Pentecostals converting to Catholicism. Many are drawn to the Church's emphasis on unity, its ancient liturgical practices, and its theological continuity, finding in Catholicism a foundation that complements their vibrant faith. For Pentecostals and Charismatics, the Catholic Church offers something unique, a fusion of spiritual vitality and historical depth. It is a place where personal encounters with the Holy Spirit coexist with centuries of tradition, making Catholicism an appealing home for those seeking a fuller expression of their faith. At number 3, we have the Methodists, a tradition founded by John Wesley in the 18th century. With over 80 million members worldwide, Methodism is known for its structured liturgy, commitment to social justice, and Wesleyan theology. While Methodists share certain similarities with Catholicism, such as a reverence for sacraments and a liturgical style of worship, key differences remain, particularly regarding church authority and governance. In the United Kingdom, where Methodism has deep historical roots, a steady stream of Methodists has found their way into the Catholic Church. Many cite the Eucharist, understood in Catholicism as the true body and blood of Christ, as a defining factor in their conversion. Others are drawn to the Catholic Church's apostolic succession and global unity. In recent years, several Methodist clergy in the UK have made headlines for their decision to enter the Catholic faith, often emphasizing the Church's historical and theological coherence as a major influence. A similar trend can be observed in the United States. Many former Methodists speak of discovering a richer sacramental life and a stronger sense of historical continuity in Catholicism. A notable example is Dr. Francis Beckwith, a former president of the Evangelical Theological Society. After years as a Methodist, he ultimately returned to the Catholic Church, illustrating the intellectual and spiritual pull that Catholicism holds for many within the Methodist tradition. Even in Africa, where Methodism is expanding, there are compelling stories of conversions to Catholicism. Many African Methodists are drawn to the Catholic Church's universal structure, its apostolic foundation, and its ability to integrate tradition with local cultural expressions. For Methodists, the Catholic Church offers a natural next step, a tradition that respects their liturgical heritage while providing a deeper connection to the historical church and its sacramental life. At number 2, we have the Lutherans, a tradition that emerged from the Protestant Reformation, led by Martin Luther in the 16th century. With over 70 million members worldwide, Lutheranism shares significant theological similarities with Catholicism, particularly in its sacramental beliefs and its recognition of Christ's real presence in the Eucharist. However, differing views on church authority and the role of tradition have led some Lutherans to explore Catholicism more deeply. In Germany, the birthplace of the Reformation, there has been a noticeable trend of Lutherans converting to Catholicism. Many are drawn to the Catholic Church's claim to apostolic authority and its unity under the papacy. A striking example occurred in 2017 when a group of Lutheran clergy in Germany made headlines for joining the Catholic Church, citing its historical continuity and doctrinal clarity as decisive factors in their decision. A similar pattern can be seen in the United States. Many former Lutherans speak of discovering a deeper sense of unity in sacramental life within Catholicism. One prominent figure in these discussions is Dr. Jordan Cooper, a Lutheran theologian who explored Catholicism extensively before ultimately choosing to remain Lutheran. However, his journey reflects the very theological and spiritual questions that lead many Lutherans to seriously consider Catholicism. Even in Scandinavia, where Lutheranism is the dominant Christian tradition, conversions to Catholicism continue to emerge. Many Scandinavian converts express a desire for greater connection to the universal Christian tradition, finding in Catholicism a global spiritual home that transcends national and cultural boundaries. For Lutherans, the Catholic Church represents a natural bridge, a tradition that respects their sacramental heritage while offering a deeper sense of unity, authority, and historical continuity. And now, at number 1, the group with the highest number of conversions to Catholicism, the Anglicans, known as the Episcopal Church in some regions. With over 85 million members worldwide, Anglicanism is often considered the Protestant tradition most closely aligned with Catholicism. It shares many similarities, including liturgical practices, a hierarchical structure, and a deep respect for tradition. However, despite these commonalities, a significant number of Anglicans have found themselves drawn toward the Catholic Church. In the United Kingdom, the birthplace of Anglicanism, a notable wave of conversions has taken place. Many Anglicans cite the Catholic Church's apostolic authority and unity under the papacy as key reasons for their transition. The establishment of the Anglican Ordinariate in 2009, a special structure within the Catholic Church that allows Anglicans to retain elements of their liturgical heritage, has made the path to Catholicism even more accessible. One striking example occurred in 2013 when 3 former Anglican bishops in the UK converted to Catholicism and were ordained as Catholic priests within the Ordinariate. A similar trend has emerged in the United States. Many Episcopalians, particularly those disillusioned by theological and liturgical changes within their tradition, have found a spiritual home in the Catholic Church. One well-known example is Father Dwight Longenecker, a former Anglican priest who converted to Catholicism and now serves as a Catholic priest. His journey highlights the deep intellectual and theological appeal of Catholicism for many Anglicans seeking historical continuity and doctrinal stability. For Anglicans, the Catholic Church represents a natural next step, a tradition that preserves their rich liturgical heritage while offering a deeper connection to the historical church and its sacramental life.